On the bottom of page 741, we have this formula for the general term. You also have this formula on your formula page, and it looks like this. So it's a little bit different. On your formula page, it says tk plus 1 equals n choose k, a to the n minus k, no, b to the k. Is that exactly how it's written? Yes. Now this is the only part in the blue box that is on your formula sheet. What we're going to add to this is some notes that are going to be important to help us understand this formula. Okay? It's a T. Okay? This part here is telling you which term it is. It's term k plus 1. Now, this is for a specific term in the expansion of a plus b to the n. So that means that this n is the exponent, and k is always one less than the term number. A is obviously the first term in your binomial, and b is the second term in your binomial. So if you had, for example, 2x plus 3y to the 9. This could be really annoying to expand completely, because how many terms does this have? Okay, it has a lot, but we should be able to look at that right away and say, if I expanded it, I know there's going to be 10 terms, right? There's always one more than the exponent, so there would be 10 terms. And what the questions are going to start to turn into, instead of expanding it all, and like with 10 terms you'd have to go to the 10th row of Pascal's triangle and have all of those numbers. Instead of finding all of those numbers, they might just say, could you find the 5th term in the expansion? Can you find the last term? Can you find the first term? Can you find the middle term?
Hi, sorry to interrupt.
Hello? All right, so now what's going to happen is they're going to ask you a specific term. So let's say they say, can you find term 8? If you were trying to find term 8, do we have enough information to put everything into the formula? What would k be?
7.
It'd be 7, because if you want term 8, 7 plus 1 would be 8. N would be the exponent, so it will be 9 choose 7. And what that will do is it will give you the number from Pascal's triangle that should be in front. And if you're finding the 8th term, your first term, which is 2x, the first term has it to the power 9, then 8, then 7, then 6. It will now be to the power of 2. And your second term will be to the power of 7. And you would go to your calculator to calculate each of these things. Well, maybe you don't need your calculator. Quickly, what is 9 choose 7? Is it 36? Someone can check. And then 2x squared will be 4x squared. And this is where things get a little bit large. 3 to the power of 7. What is it? 3,100 and 2,187? Yeah, that sounds better. 2,187 y to the 7. And now we would multiply all of our coefficients together. Three, 1, 4, 9, 2, 8, x squared y to the 7. In fact, if you didn't want to use Pascal's triangle in a complete expansion, you could find each term separately and then just write them out all together in the end. So we're going to go to example 1 here. It says, oh, sorry, example 3. We did 1 and 2. Determine the 9th term. So what I'm going to do first is just imagine I went to my formula sheet and I found my formula. And I want to find the 9th term. So if I'm finding the 9th term, by the way, how many terms would there be in this expansion?
10.
Close. 11. Always one more than the exponent. There would be 11 terms in that expansion. And we want to find the 9th one. To find the 9th one, k would be 8. N is always the exponent, so we would have 10 choose 8. Our first term is x to the 10 minus 8, which you could just write 2. And the second term, if it's subtract, we add the negative with that term to the exponent of 8. We then, again, don't try to do too much math at once. Simplify each thing separately. 10 choose 8. Take out your calculator if you need, is 45. X to the 10 minus 8 is x squared. Negative 2 to the 8, positive 256. Because the negative to an even exponent will become positive. And 2 to the 8 is 56. Now we multiply our coefficients together. Term 9 will equal 12,288 x squared. Okay. Or did I take? Oh, I times by the wrong number. Here we go. 256 times 45, 11,520. Thank you. And so try questions 5 and 11.